our saver.js file. This is the main app for our application. So first of all, we have our required statement over here, our environment for configuring our database and storing some secrets in the env file. And then we have our basic configuration, our express and the JSON, and our static file being stored in there. We have our database connection string, and we use this to connect to our database and check some certain errors, whether it's been connected or failed. And we have our route being listed here. We could see we have the for this week we have the user route in the entry route being created. We also have our route and our test route to test if our route is working. Then we have the Swagger, and the Swagger is used for our API documentation. Then it's been documented it's been linked up in the saver.js. And this is our core route, like our home route to the directory. Then if we could see here, we also have our error handler being administered here in the saver.js file. This is what we do to start our saver or saver starter. Then it has been started in the local hosts for development process, and also it could also be started in the remote environment on our render. So let's hit that. Okay, this is our swagger.js file for our API documentation, and over here we could see it's been run in two servers: the local server, which is the development server, and the production server, which is in render. And then if we over down to our readme file, we could see where we could test our API. It's over here on this link, and then if we click over here on this link, and then it gets us over to here. And then what we have to do is to test our API route one after the other. We have the entry route. What the entry routers? Okay, for this week we will have to treat two routes over here, which is the entry route and the user route. And what the user route does is it gets all users that log in through the website, and this is it. We're trying to get this out, then execute, and then it's running. We'll see all the users that have been logged in to our website. Oh, wait a minute. We run this in the local server. What we have to do is to change it over to our production server. Then we're in our production server. We have to now check this and get all. Let's start from the user channel, users account management, and then execute it. Okay, we have a list of all the users that are registered in the website, and this is, let's copy this user ID and try and test get user by ID. Then we try this out, paste this here and execute and wait for the response. Okay, we have a response here. We can see this is the user, the name is the test user, and this is their email address. The test is at example.com. And then let's update the user and try this out. And then there's the ID. This is the ID. Update this to Parsley. Update this to Parsley example.com, and then execute it. We now have in our response body there it's been updated. This is the new response. We have the name jparsley, email parsley@example.com, and then this is the updated there. And that is all. Let's try and delete one of our user. Let's check this out. Try this out. And press execute. Update. User deleted successfully. Okay, for the entry route, we will try this out and get all the journal entries. And we have a response body. Let's copy this ID over here. You can see the list of response over here. And then let's try and close that and check the entry by ID. Let's try this out. Entry by that ID, execute. Okay, this is the response body. You can see this is the ID. The title is Reflection and Purpose. The content is AskGat review. The purpose behind my current season. And then let's close that. Then try and update the entry. Try this out. What do we have to write here? Title, reflection, and faith. To the right about. Let's try and put something else. Multiple case and just some random text, so make sure our use start in reflection. Then let's change this user ID to this and then execute. We have a response over here. We have the ID, the title, the content. We change this to the title to be reflection and the content. And then let's try and delete this ID. Execute. Entry deleted successfully. That is it for our API documentation testing. Okay, for our error handling, we have the middleware over here, the folder that contains the error handler, the cherries, and the validator cherries. This actually handles the particular errors that comes in during the process of validation, like the saver error, the validation error, the duplicate key error, and all other sort of errors. This really handle that. Thank you.